Good day and welcome to the pitch deck. The Real Agents of Change have created a way for nonprofits to get funded through gifts of real estate, for realtors to get paid a full commission, and for businesses to have a social responsibility impact that actually brings them revenue while they're doing good things in the world. Now, before we get into what we've created to do all of that, it's important to actually know who the real agents of change are and what is charitable gifting of real estate. After all, at the end of the day, learning what the cost is or the investment depends on the value. You know, we can say a house is listed at $1 million, and that may or may not sound like a lot, but if we find out that it's only valued at 50,000, that's a ridiculous amount of money. But if we find out that it's actually appraised at 10 million and on the coast in California, then it was a great value. So let's look at the value of what we're doing here and give you a little bit of foundation and background, and then we'll get right into the pitch deck of what we are offering for the businesses to sponsor their nonprofit friends, to not just have their logo on a one-time, one event type of thing, but to actually be part of a revolution to help those nonprofits and also build their business at the same time. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'd like to start by showing what it is that we're talking about here. Now, you'll notice that this is the RAOC. Notice the way we spell it. RAOC stands for Real Agent of Change. The RAOC.com/Cami. If you come here, you will be able to learn a little bit about how we got started. This is something called the roadmap that explains the process for a charitable gift of real estate. A couple of stories here that have been written about us. And I also want to make sure that you get for free the digital download and audio of our book, Real Estate is Hot, Fundraising is Not. Also on this landing page are tons of resources for you to understand exactly what is charitable real estate. Here we've got 4 overviews, 20-minute overviews from different perspectives of how charitable real estate funds nonprofits and helps realtors and businesses. FAQs, lots of questions that people have asked over the years. How do we get paid? Who is the real agents of change? Why do people donate real estate? How does this work? This link here, the donations link, friends, there's 14, 15 case studies here. Raw land, commercial, residential, who donated, why they donated, how much money went to the nonprofits, what nonprofit benefited, and then the due diligence. Go through the documents and take a peek at how the process works. So once you've gotten a good foundation of what this is, then the rest of it will make sense. Also, this link /nonprofit kit. We provide always plenty of free resources, free marketing pieces, free marketing ideas. When you come to this link for the nonprofit kit, you'll learn even more about charitable real estate. This video is a 1-minute video that explains what is part of this kit. And when you receive this kit, there's website copy that you can copy and paste. And look, you can promote this for free all day long. And when a gift of real estate comes to the table, we will facilitate that for free, no money out of pocket. So come here and learn how to do this with no money out of pocket. There's also a course for realtors, how to make money making a difference, how to get paid to list donations of real estate. So these are some resources that I want to share with you before we get into this full pitch deck presentation, as it were. Highly recommend that you stop this video right now, go do a little bit of due diligence and come back. Now, for those of you who are here to learn, how do we find these gifts of real estate And how do we bring the for-profit together with the nonprofit so that everyone is in abundance and prosperity? Let's talk about this donate real estate button and how we can start to market this together. Now, Dr. Russell James, another resource we recommend. You go to LinkedIn, look up Dr. Russell James, let him know that the Real Agents of Change and Cami Baker sent you. You'll get 100 resources, his books, webinars, overviews, research on how when nonprofits accept cash only versus when they can benefit from assets, it can 6 times how much money they're bringing in on an annual basis. He wrote the foreword for our book, and there's actually a recording of his voice reading that at the digital download that I shared with you. So as I mentioned, in the RAOC.com/nonprofit kit, here are some of the free resources you can receive. Top 10 ways to find gifts of real estate, website copy to put on the website, the roadmap that I breezed through a minute ago. You get a generic copy of that. There is a phenomenal 30-second high-energy digital video that you can put wherever you like. And there is the ability to start customizing all of this stuff. Now, this is $700 in value. When you go to that link that's right here on the screen, it is free. So that is a great way to get started. Now, if you're like me, you want to start to customize and put your logo and your information on that free stuff. So we've provided social media templates for postings, messaging, video, graphics. This is all stuff that's in Canva that you can go in and do it yourself. There are email templates that can introduce your donors, your clients, your board, etc., to how charitable gifting of real estate works. There are several variations of the email templates. There are emails that can follow up for people who have sat in on an overview of how this works, etc. Press release. Friends, people don't know what they don't know. When you have a press release that you can send out to the press in your area, be it TV, radio, newspapers. There's a story 3 weeks from the recording of this 3 weeks ago about a building that was donated in Birmingham, Alabama, 200,000 square foot building, multi-million dollars. The company, it was sitting vacant for 4 years, tens of thousands a month, bleeding out for insurance and taxes and upkeep, etc. And they donated that building. Press releases are so important to let people know what's going on in the world, including the fact that your nonprofit can benefit from gifts of real estate and that your company is supporting this movement, not just trying to help people find $50 donations here and there, but the average donation from real estate is $600,000. So these are some templates. You can actually put your information in on the roadmap, etc. This is a $1,400 value. The investment for that's $297 for people who just want to put their toe in the water, to start doing something themselves, the DIY kind of people. This is great for you. That's fabulous. Great place to start. This is what that roadmap looks like. Notice here you can put realtor's headshot. This is who you're going to list the property with. And then down here at number 4, you could put the name of the nonprofit right on the check and use this to show people how it works. Now, for those of you that are like me, and I have access to all the templates in the world and I have no idea what to do with them. So we have a team that will do the customizing for you. So the first templates that I just showed you, we call that upgrade 1. Let's get those things customized for you. So to have all of that customized with your names and your logos and you know, your company, etc., the team will do all that for you. It's an $800 value just to have that stuff customized. And now we start getting into the second button. Now, what do we mean by the second button? You're going to be seeing that as we do this presentation. So with the second button, imagine there's the donate button, and that's on the nonprofit's website, but this can also be on a real estate company's website. Donate real estate. It could be on a title company. Shoot, it could be on your insurance company. Hey, friends, learn how to donate real estate. So with this upgrade, there is a landing page and copy that is done for you and designed, personalized. So we've got therock.com/, Bill Smith, therock.com/Habitat for Humanity, Fort Lauderdale. In other words, however you want that customized. Now, when we have a landing page, people need to learn, just like you do, just like I did, what is donating real estate? What does that look like? So we've got some ways for them to opt in. They can opt in and receive a donor ebook, which is a 17-page, beautifully professionally made book that they can download, they can print, they can give to their CPA, their financial advisor, share it with the board, send it to property owners, etc. And there's also an opt-in for the property evaluation form. So someone comes, clicks on donate real estate. They say, holy cow, I actually do have a property. I'm 70 years old. I've got this 3-family in Boston. Kids don't want it. I need a tax deduction. How does this thing work? They can fill this out, and the lead is going to go to someone who can have an intelligent conversation with them about this, whether that's me doing it for you, whether you yourself want to become a certified charitable real estate specialist, whether you have a realtor or a financial advisor or a fundraising professional on your board, whatever that looks like, it's got to go to somebody who understands how to have this conversation. So in this second upgrade, you'll receive the property evaluation, the ebook, the opt-ins, the landing page, etc. Now, this is what the button looks like. CKM is a nonprofit that I sit on the board personally. And they have, notice how here you've got your regular good old-fashioned donate button. All 1.5 million nonprofits have one of those. And when people click on that, they put in their credit card, and the credit card gets processed and the nonprofit gets the cash. The nonprofit does not process credit cards, and they don't know how to do it. So donate real estate button is the same concept. Only instead of it taking 2 days to get the cash, that's $5, $50, $500. Now it's real estate. So it's going to take that process of real estate coming to fruition into a closing, which might be a few weeks or a few months, but now you're looking at average of $600,000. So CKM has this button. When you click on the button, it goes to a customized landing page. They are smart enough to have some 101 overviews lined up for people. They've actually got some recordings of overviews right there on their website. This is what the donor ebook looks like. Now, the one on the right-hand side is the RAOC branded. It's a generic, as we would call it, because it's not co-branded with any nonprofit, with any businesses, etc. The one on the left shows what it looks like to have the same information, but now it's co-branded. So CKM's colors are red, and there can be a realtor's information on here, financial advisor, etc. When you think about it, people, as they download this document and as they print it out and as they share it with people, imagine that your real estate company is part of the charitable real estate movement. It's a revolution. And people now learn that your real estate company, your financial services company, your car dealership, right? All of these businesses are already sponsoring nonprofits. Now they can be a part of bringing them hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. So this second upgrade, when we're talking about the button that goes on your website, now obviously we're not putting it on your website. You've got somebody there that will put the button there, But when they click on the button, we are hosting that landing page and those opt-ins, etc. So that's what this is all about. It's a $500 value to have all of that created and to manage the landing page and the opt-ins, etc. Now, after the first 12 months, there is an annual renewal of $197 a year. That number is going to go up as prices increase with everything, but anyone who jumps in while it is this investment, they will have this grandfathered. So it will always just be $197 a year to keep this activated and to have us upgrade. And like, for example, if your phone number changes or your logo changes or who we're sending the leads to changes, we can do all that for you. Now, in this upgrade number 2, we need to do some strategy together, friends. How to talk to people about this is a whole different conversation than any of us have ever had before. So part of this upgrade, let's do a 1-hour Zoom together. Let's talk about what does it look like to leverage these marketing pieces. Let's create a personal script for you so that you know how to talk to your clients, your donors, your board members, etc. Let's role play that and get really comfortable with it and basically have a plan of action for you. We'll go over all of that in this 1-hour strategy session. Now, if you add all of that up, this is a value of $3,900 and it's $997. $997 to add the second button to your website with all of that added. Now we can stop here. And when you do this, you are ahead of 99.99% of nonprofits that do not have this button. You as a business can, for $1,000, sponsor a nonprofit and your information is on this site for a whole year. And at $197 a year annual renewal, it could potentially be a way for you to market yourself for pennies on the dollar, as opposed to one sponsorship for 10 grand at a golf tournament. People see your stuff on the whole and on the brochure for a couple of months and then it's over. So what we're talking about here is sponsoring a way for the nonprofits that you love to educate people so that they can be in a position to get funded through assets as opposed to cash. Now, I'm going to show you now the third upgrade. This is custom. This is qualified only. We only want to work with people that are excited and want to take action and want to leverage real estate for real change. This next upgrade is not for people who are looking for ways this won't work. This is for people who are looking for ways that it will. So let's take a look at what the last piece is for this pitch deck. Now, all of that upgrades from number 1. As you remember, that was $1,400 in value. All that stuff in the second upgrade, $3,900 value. So all that custom stuff there. Now, let's do a video together, whether it's me and the nonprofit and the business, all of us together, whatever that looks like for you. This is custom. It's what you want and how you want to show up. We'll do a video together and we will have it edited and we will add this to that landing page. Donate real estate button, click on it, bam, there's a video of you explaining why your car dealership or your real estate company is sponsoring the Boys and Girls Club to have this page, right? Customized donor ebook. So now remember, in the first button upgrade for the $997, you're getting the generic ebook. It's got the RAOC information on it, but it is not customized yet. With this, it is customized so that your Boys and Girls Club, your church, your veteran group, whoever it is on the donor ebook, and so is your business. When we have a landing page where people are opting in to either property evaluation form filled out or to receive the donor ebook, well, now we have their email address, and now don't we need emails to send to them, to nurture them, to help them understand how gifts of real estate work. So we're going to give you with this package 6 weeks of follow-up emails. So when you go to theroc.com/donations and you see those 14 case studies, we have broke those down into a 1 minute here, a 1 minute there of how these donations work, case studies. So in these 6 weeks worth of email follow-ups, you'll have emails with the little 1 or 2 minute video about the case studies. Examples, like I mentioned, of the building that was donated to the Scott Dawson Evangelistic Association that was all over the news 3 weeks ago. Let's send people emails about that. Let's send them reminders to attend some Q&As about this. Friends, people that are cash conservative and asset abundant, that's who we're looking for. They do not have to be uber wealthy, although the fact is people who donate real estate are typically 60, 70, 80 years old. They do have multiple pieces of property. They do need a major tax deduction, just like Mackenzie Scott, donating $55 million from 2 houses last year. But we need to educate them to know how this works. So these emails can include reminders, reminding people to come to some Q&A. We're going to talk about that in a minute, how to hold some Q&As to educate people. So that's a $300 value. Now, let's talk about those Q&As and those 101, as we call them, like an overview, the basic 101 overview. So let me just pop this up and explain what we're talking about here. 6 weeks of training so that we can come up with your custom strategy. What do you want to see come out of this? How big is your email list, your social media list? How many businesses do you want to get involved in this? How many nonprofits? If you're a real estate agent, you could be helping 100 nonprofits in your marketplace. So it just depends on what you're wanting to get out of this. If you're a car dealership, maybe you've got 20 salespeople on the floor and you want to educate them about how this works so that they can leverage it as a way to reach out to their past clients. So strategy, personalized plan of action. Look, let's create customized scripts and role play. Now, we're not talking about, a bullet point by bullet point, you gotta say this. We're talking about, let's have a simple conversation with people and understand what that looks like and how to position this together. We're leveraging real estate for real change by positioning this in the marketplace and finding partners of other businesses or other nonprofits or property owners that need to learn about this. And we're talking about how to promote this together. This is a $3,000 value to have this 6 weeks of personal time with me. And it doesn't have to be 6 weeks at one time. It could be over a period of time. That's why this is super custom, depending on how you want to do it. Now, when it comes to, let me just put all this on the screen and explain it. There's different perspectives. Nonprofits need to hear this a little bit differently than realtors need to hear it, than property donors or donors in general. Corporate social responsibility, that's a whole different conversation. So you'll notice in those last 5 bullets, these are different ways of talking to people, different perspectives that we've come up with, that we can host these with you and for you. Or I can teach your representative, your realtor, your philanthropic department, your estate planning person, how to do these presentations themselves. We can do okay, now with the part about the custom cause marketing campaign, as you'll see with all 5 of these bullets at the bottom, there are different ways, different perspectives, different language, whether we're talking to a nonprofit and their board and their directors, whether we're talking to real estate agents, their offices, their companies, whether we're talking directly to property owners and potential donors of real estate, whether we're having a conversation about corporate social responsibility or just a good old-fashioned Q&A, like what is this and how does it work? So what we're saying here on this slide is, with this package, we are offering 5 live gatherings, events. It could be that I'm presenting there for you and with you. It could be that I am teaching your philanthropic department, your estate planning people, your realtors who are wanting to get out into the community and talk about this. So we would love to have other people doing the presentations. It's totally up to you. You want me to do it? You want one of us to do it? You want us to teach one of your people? So we can invite people. So notice the top bullets. We can send an email to your center of influence for the nonprofit, the real estate company. Let's send an email and invite people to come learn how this works. Let's put out a social media. So one email, one social media, one Zoom banner for each of the 5 different perspectives, if that makes sense. So let's say you're a nonprofit and you want to educate realtors around the country that they can get paid a full commission to list real estate that's been donated on your behalf. Well, we can do an email, a social media piece, and we can host a 101 directed towards realtors and how to list donated real estate. Maybe you're a realtor and you want to invite nonprofits in your marketplace to learn how they can get funded through gifts of real estate. And of course, you're going to list them or get a referral fee if it's out of your marketplace. So maybe you do a social media piece and an email and you invite 50 nonprofits to sit in. So this is custom. I know this is a lot of information, but what we are basically saying here is, let's find the funding that the nonprofits need, not fundraising at 20 bucks a pop or $50 or sitting in on another golf tournament. We can do all of that too, for sure, but let's add some other ways to get you funded, and let's bring the real estate and the other for-profit people along so that everybody is making money and making a difference. So this, we're also going to give you an email after each one with the recording of the presentation. You're on it. We're on it. All of your participants are on it. You've got a recording. Now you can send that to other people or you can post it on your website, whatever you want to do with that. This is a $2,500 campaign that's part of this process. Now, once again, back to what CKM's looks like, and I'm going to take you to their website in a minute. You got your donate button. Now it makes sense that they have the Charitable Real Estate 101 on their landing page because they are educating realtors. They're educating financial advisors, etc. Once again, now these are the ebooks that we've been talking about, whether it's generic or whether it is customized. This is some examples. Now we're talking about custom social marketing pieces. Now this is for CKM. Their colors are red. They are helping people be prepared when it comes to emergencies. So this is way different than what yours would be. Maybe you have an animal rescue league. Maybe you're helping people with housing. Maybe this is all veteran stuff, or maybe it's all church and crosses and prayers and whatever it is for your nonprofit. These are other examples of pieces that we have made for social media and other ways to get the word out. So this done for you with us, with our help, upgrade 3 is a value of $11,000. And let's talk about a couple of bonuses that are super important. Now, the time of this recording, we have time to do a Giving Tuesday campaign. But if you're watching this a different time of the year, that's okay. You're going to have this stuff for next Giving Tuesday. Friends, there's 1.5 million nonprofits. at least half of them are doing a Giving Tuesday campaign, and they're all looking for cash because that's what we're used to doing. But cash is only 3% of our wealth. Real estate is 43% of our wealth. So what we are suggesting with this campaign is to help people know they have choice, right? Giving Tuesday, give the gift of choice. Give the gift of choice to your donors as to whether or not they want to give you $50 or $50,000 from a gift of real estate. Give the nonprofits the choice. Do they only want to ask donors for cash, or do they want to implement a non-cash second button? So these are pieces of marketing that has $1,000 value that we will share with you, that you can use for the Giving Tuesday campaign. These are not customized. These are templates and things that we've got prepared for anyone and everyone to use, but they certainly can be customized. Bonus 2 is what we do in April. So April of 2024 will be the third year that we have been doing the List a Legacy Listing Month. So just like we have Cookie Day or Veterans Day or Take Your Kid to Work Day or Pet Your Dog Day, all these things are on these calendars all over the internet, and List a Legacy Month of April is on those calendars as well. And what we do during this month is we leverage it as a way to have a public service announcement so that the realtors can let their community know, hey, let's list a legacy. That donation of real estate, we're going to list it so that that nonprofit can get $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, couple $1,000,000. So as you can see, we've got all kinds of social media, email, videos, etc., that is talking about the List a Legacy Listing Month. Nonprofit can send it to their donors. You're getting the idea. This is cross-promoting. This is leveraging real estate for real change for the for-profit and nonprofit to come together. Social responsibility at its best. This is $1,000 bonus as well. Bonus 3, Community Foundation Collaboration Program. Friends, this is next level. This is advanced conversation. This is really something that you're going to need to really get entrenched for a few months before you really need this. But Community Foundation Collaboration, these are all a bunch of experts that have come in to be interviewed about gifts of real estate and how to leverage real estate for real change when it comes to community foundations. So just know that this is going to be available to you also at a $997 value. And the last bonus is the CCRES designation. You see, you need somebody to be certified to be able to take these leads, to be able to speak intelligently about charitable gifts of real estate. And as mentioned, I can certainly do it for you until that person is certified, but get a realtor, get a financial advisor, get your estate planning expert, come into the class to learn about this. So we have a master class on the third Tuesday of the month live, but it's also recorded. So you can watch the recording anytime that you like. You will be promoted on our website as a CCRES specialist, and the person who is a specialist can come to that masterclass all they want for a year, and they can bring 2 guests. So bring the title company or the board member or the minister or the big donor to learn about how this works. So certification is a $400 fee. Just like any other certification designation that we all take, it's $400 fee, and that is included in this package because we want you to have the first one done. Now, all those bonuses added up is another $3,400. It's almost $1,500, $15,000 in value. And to do this, it's $4,997 for the bigger package so that you understand how to implement this. Let's have some strategy with this. Now, this is something that you need to qualify for. It is certainly something for us to have a conversation about and what that looks like. One last slide is a way for us to put this in perspective for the sponsors out there. So let's say, for example, you are a real estate company and you want to be on that donations of real estate ebook and on this landing page and marketing it out to your community. $49.97 for the year includes all of that social media and all that customizing stuff. We want to suggest to you that you give this 3 years, because education takes some time. But the beauty of this is, over those 3 years, not only are we educating people about charitable real estate, we have a reason and a way to have sophisticated, beautiful, philanthropic conversations with all of your marketplace, high net worth individuals, multiple property owners, cash conservative, asset abundant people. So this is about building your business at the same time. So if the first year is the $49.97, and then for every 12 months, there's just the $197 to keep that button in play, to keep your landing page updated, to make sure that phone numbers and whatnot are updated, whatever, $197 a year. So the total, if you did this for a 3-year commitment, would be a little over $5,000. And so to put it in perspective, a 36-month campaign of sponsoring your favorite nonprofit is a little less than $150 a month from a marketing budget, promotion budget, philanthropic budget. Now, we are not saying that we're going to break this into 36 payments of $150. It's all up front, because we have to put all of our resources and relationships, all of our team's efforts into creating this. That's why it's $49.97 the first time. There are hundreds of hours collectively between the team and myself and all we're doing here. So all of that being said, once again, my name is Cami Baker, Cami C.E. Baker. I wrote the book, Real Estate is Hot, Fundraising is Not. If you're watching this video, it's because you're a nonprofit and you understand that tapping in to the untapped asset of real estate is just smart. You're a business that's been invited by a nonprofit to take a look at a better way to sponsor them, to encourage them, to help them get funded. And ultimately, we're all coming together because real estate for real change doesn't happen in a vacuum. And Dr. Russell James would tell you in that foreword that he wrote for the book, he says, transformational philanthropy doesn't come at $50 here and $50 there. It comes from assets. And the 500-pound gorilla in the room, as he says, is the asset of real estate. Yet nonprofits and their CFOs don't understand the value of this. And even realtors don't understand charitable real estate. But the book, the button, the programs, the strategy, teaching, educating people, this is where transformational philanthropy happens, right at the Real Agents of Change. So thank you for watching, and you will be receiving my phone number, which, by the way, is 603-785-2598. My email is cami@camibaker.com, spelled just as you see it on the screen. And we look forward to being your revolutionary partner. Thank you.